I'm trying to find this card. Because the other day I put a post up and I said that I was going to do or talk to y'all about this card. If it's in the bottom of the deck. I'm going to scream because why would you be all the way down there like that? Here it is. Don't blame me. Like the WB Frog, you want to be in the bottom of the deck. I done went through every card. Why would you do that? Bam. This is a card by Doreen Virtue. I started understanding and reading cards and teaching myself about things because I do with my intuitive. First of all, y'all know that I call my intuitive voice Sis. Okay? I call her Sis. That's my divine feminine energy. Okay? I call her Sis. No, seriously, I'm gonna stop being silly. This was really heavy to me when I saw this card. It says healing family issues. Your love life benefits as you forgive your parents. I know so many people that blame themselves for the type of relationships. I know so many people that blame their parents for the type of relationships that they've accepted over the years, and that's wrong. Too many times you forget about the power that you have, the free will that you have, and the choices that you can make. This goes back to what I said in my previous video about how we're taught to think. For whatever reason, you get irritated by your inheritance, yet you continue to follow it. When I say that meaning you'll know certain things in your family that happen over and over and over again. And now it's your turn as an adult. And it's almost like out of habit of keeping the same thing going, you'll do the same thing. You'll get frustrated the same way. And you won't reteach your children to break down that wall. You teach them to become another brick on it. So crazy. And then you get frustrated when things don't turn out the way that you want them to, which was different than how you were brought up. And then you start throwing blame everywhere. Well, you're the reason I turned out this way. You're the reason my relationships are the way that they are. No, you're the reason your relationships are the way that they are. It has nothing to do with your parents. There are plenty of people who have had parents with issues that as they took on their adult life, they made it their common goal. They made it their life goal. They made it their daily pursuit to make sure that their life didn't turn out that way. Their parents have unfinished business that they need to tend to, that they need to heal. And that child, without taking respect out of the parent-child relationship, realize that they have their own destiny to fulfill because they were placed here through the parent. And by them fulfilling the destiny, maybe it'll be the encouragement to the parent to get their stuff together. But if that child were to sit there and follow the same pattern as the parent and say, and just start blaming and never really having the courage to go after what it is that they want out of their love life especially. And I'm so glad that this card says that because too many people are blaming the outcome of their relationship on their parents. For guys, you may have grown up in a household where you've seen your dad cheat on your mom and you hated seeing your mom hurt. And you resented your dad making your mom feel like that because your mom was your rock. And you made a promise to yourself that you would never turn out like that, to be that type of guy. However, you are so weak to the very things that make you become that guy. And you become that cheater that you promised you would never be because of how your dad hurt your mom, but you become him. How? Because all you saw was your mom hurt. Your resentment made you shell up. You never went to your dad and asked him why he did it. You were just angry about the fact that he did it. So the things that made him do it came and made you do it too. You never contested it. So it had its way, not only with him, but it trickled down to you. Because remember the domino effect that I talked about before in one of my other videos. It's just crazy. It just happens all the time. Women. So, accepting certain type of people in your life. Accepting a certain type of man. Desperation of having a certain type of man. I just need to have a man. I'm of this age. I need to be married. I need to have kids. Somebody need to put a ring on it. This is Jaheim. What? Oh my God, that's him. Why you not asleep?
Mom, can I tell you something?
What? Tell me something.
When I was watching Netflix, I was watching Puss in Boots, and when I turned it off, it started freezing. Then I clicked exit a lot of times. Then it started turning on. Then it started freezing on Netflix. Then the movie, then the show came on.
What show?
I don't know what show it is. I was trying to watch a movie, but then I clicked exit a lot of times and it still didn't work.
What show is it?
It was Puss in Boots.
On Netflix?
Yes.
Are you saying that to me because you're supposed to be asleep right now? You should probably go upstairs and go turn the TV off and go to bed. What the hell was I just saying? I don't even remember. Oh my God. Anyhow. Oh, I know. I was saying something about the requirements. You're of a certain age, you do a certain thing. You're supposed to be married here, kids here. You gotta prove your status to the world. So my mom had a boyfriend, and then they were married by 25. And even though my mom has never been happy in this marriage, the showcase makes the world believe that she's happy. I know my mom's not happy. I'm home with her every day. But everybody else on the outside sees that she's happy. They don't know all the stuff that she deals with. It's a hard conversation to have with your mother. But then as you get older, you get to 24, 25, and you feel that timeline that they following you, and you hear the pressure. You should be married by now. You should have kids by now. But you hear and feel all of that. And you follow the path, and then you're not happy either. And you realize at that point that nobody has ever had that conversation. That conversation that would have stopped you. Or that conversation that would have said, Mom, why would you accept that? So that you build up the courage to not tolerate that as a child. See? You do far worse by not having certain conversations than having conversations. Because to not have the conversation is to allow the bullshit to continue. I said to not have the conversation is to allow the bullshit to continue. To not have the conversation does more harm than the good of arguing with an intent to resolve than not saying anything. I hope I ain't lose nobody in what I'm saying. You know what I'm talking about. When you have a family that has issues and things need to be talked about, heal the family issues. It's the thing that breaks your love out. It doesn't even matter, okay? Your love life benefits. And I'm not talking about a romantic relationship. Your life with love itself benefits. This goes so deep. When you forgive your parents. Because when you forgive them, you learn how to practice forgiveness, period. You do that for you and you do that for them. You let them know that there's a space available for them to go to heal. You as their child, you're just a smaller version of them, showing them that there's a better way. You encourage them that there's a place to heal. You encourage yourself that there's a way and a power that you can take up this mantle and turn stuff around in your family's history. Healing family issues. You do not see a romantic relationship. You see a family right here. Now, this is a romance deck, right? It's a romance angels deck. Oracle cards by Doreen Virtue, okay? But when you see on this card, you see a child, you see a man, you see a woman, and you see an angel hovering over them. You see power all in this card if you really look at it, okay? When you heal your family issues, okay, your love life benefits. Your love life is your love towards any person. It benefits because you're operating out of a space of healing and forgiveness. And most of the time, most of the things we deal with are from inheritance. Most of the time. Most of the time. This card is so deep. I don't even know if Miss Doreen knows how deep this statement on this card is. It's so deep. You think it's probably just limited to just, oh, kissy relationships. Oh, who am I going to marry relationships, that kind of thing. No. Because then when you have kids, how you parent with them will be totally different. Because now you've taken the time as the child to your own parent to discover what the root of the issue really is so that you don't carry it out with your kids and become that echo, that negative echo. I call my daughter my echo. That's my echo. All of my kids are, but she's a female. I'm a female. We're the only two females in the house, so therefore she's my echo. I did this. I'm saying this in every video. I'm not going to sit here and waste my time in the middle of the night when I'm supposed to be asleep so I can go to work the next day, making this video to assist somebody about anything that I haven't gone through myself. I'm not going to talk to you about it. I can't talk to you about being white because I'm not white. I can talk to you about being black, though. See what I'm saying? I'm not going to talk to you about anything. Listen, you get the point that I was trying to say. Healing family issues. Heal your family issues. Heal your family issues. Sometimes hearing things in threes makes it click. I don't know why. It just does. Healing family issues. Your love life benefits as you forgive your parents. Your love life. The way that you are towards things. Your intimacy and your encounters. Your appreciation for new people that come upon you. Your zeal for life, how you look at it now. Because when you move, when you operate out of a place of healed issues, your existence is totally different. It's like the base of you. It's just, the vibration of it is so different now. Because something that was broken and you knew what that felt like is no longer broken. It's like somebody took Gorilla Glue and put it back exactly the right way. It doesn't even look broken anymore. You don't look the same. You know, the broken glass glows now. You feel so much more vibrant. You're happier. You illuminate. You just from a healed space. And this is why we have family in the first place. And some issues are very hard to talk about, but they got to be brought to the table. You got to bring them to the table. You have to give yourself the chance and opportunity to see what healing feels like. You done sat on the messed up side or the bullshit side of the issue for long enough. You got so used to it that you feel like that's okay. Oh, let's just stay over here on that side. You didn't even give yourself the opportunity to see what healing feels like, because nobody else that came before you gave themselves the opportunity to see what healing feels like. They went to church. I'm not knocking going to church. Go. They went to the synagogue. I'm not knocking that. Go ahead. They went to the masjid. Go ahead. Go ahead. It's fine. Did you go to your family and figure out the issue? Do you think that... Do you understand the real concept behind faith without works is dead? Do you understand that if you have a family issue and you go to God about it, you talk to God about it, that talking to God about it is where you get the power and the faith and the know-how to bring the subject about and discuss it with your family? Do you know that that's really the way it's supposed to work? There's too many people that go to their places of holiness or faith, and you hear somebody say, take it to the Lord and leave it there. Leave the anger there and pick up the solution. You understand what's at the table when you go talking to God about stuff. Please, it drives me nuts. People just lose the whole concept. Where you put down the burden of the issue, God gives you the strength to bring healing and forgiveness to it. It's the human. You can't just sit there and have an issue with somebody and think that if you talk to God about it and don't talk to the person about it, that they supposed to just get it. I wish we were that smart, okay? Everybody doesn't get that. You go to God. You take the issue, that you take the anger of the issue. You leave that there. And even if in baby steps, you pick up the strength. It's almost like a trade. I'm not trying to make people look at God as the gambler or the car holder of the house. But maybe if I use this metaphor, you'll understand it better. You'll really start to get into this relationship. You'll understand the relationship between even you and God, which will better probably 99% of your other relationships. You go to God. I talk to God like I'm talking to y'all right now. God, I don't understand this, okay? I really don't. I want to. Most of the things, if I'm not honest about it, I won't get clarity on it. I won't. That's just how it is with me, okay? So, go to God. I'm very honest with how I feel. And I say, God, I don't want to walk around angry like this. I need you to help me get through it. I do. If it's anything that you need me to say, please help me say it. Please help me, just do whatever it is that I got to do to get through it. When you go to God and you start to cry, you leave the sadness there. You're not supposed to pick it back up again. You're supposed to know that he's laying strength there. He's taking your tears. You know how I was raised Christian, and it's a part of the Bible that says that God takes your tears and puts them in a bottle and trades them for blessings. I probably said that wrong, but somebody knows what verse I'm talking about. I don't know which one I'm quoting right now or what I'm sounding like. You know what I'm talking about, though. That is exactly what I'm talking about. You take your burden, you lay it there, you pick up the strength to find the solution to bring it to the circumstance, because the person that you having an issue with 99% of the time is not standing right there with you. If it gets to the point where you try to pick up a solution to fix it and they don't want to, then they've shown you who they are, and you've already done what God asked you to do. And at that point, you really just got to let it ride out, and whatever happens, happens. But you can't beat yourself up about it. You've given yourself the opportunity to heal. You've seen the way it played out. You can't be so caught up in your mind with how you wanted it to turn out. What you have to do is just believe that it turned out exactly the way that it was supposed to. And if a split came and stayed that way, then it stayed that way. And maybe later on, better things will come so that healing on both sides can take place between both parties. Then maybe sometimes some things just separate so that both parts can heal and then come back together better later so that they can stay that way. How did I get here? Because we're talking about healing family issues. Your family is not just the people that are born to you in your blood, but healing the issues between the ones that are born of your blood will make it very easy to heal the issues from the family that's not of your blood. I know y'all know what I'm talking about. I'm about to wrap this up. This doesn't just solely rely on just a romantic relationship. It relies on anything that your love benefits from. And it's key for you to be in this space of understanding your healing and understanding your power and understanding the type of love that you were built to carry for yourself and for other people. If you really are a person that has love in you, you'll let certain things, I'm not going to say everything, but certain things, you will let be, because you have an understanding that if love is really in it, then you haven't lost it. It just needs time right now. That's it. The separation is necessary right now. When it's love, you don't need to be pressed. What are you pressed for? Why you pressed? For what? There's too many things in my head right now. I'm going to stop this video. And I'm going to hope that I help somebody. I know I did. I know I did, because sis don't lie. I hope that this helps somebody. I really do. I feel like it's another deep subject coming on. So I'm going to have to stop the video again and get back to it. And I don't mean to be so, I hope I'm not being monotone and low energy. I just feel like these are really focused, serious issues that people deal with daily and maybe don't know how to talk about, maybe feel like nobody's hearing them. Or maybe they have all these different thoughts and they just can't formulate the words. And maybe hearing certain circumstances will help them to get out of it. You know, I feel like it's because we're in this time of manifestation. This is something's coming up. It's important for you to be in a healed space in order to get it. Nobody wants to deal with anything that will cause them pain. You know what I mean? Like, if you had your choice and everything was easier and easy to obtain, you would do it. Like, you just would. You would do it. But all of us ain't born with the easy button. Some of us gotta figure shit out. And those of us that figure this shit out should be teaching other people how to figure it out. That's just what I always believe. And this is what I'm doing. So even if it's slow, or if it's small, or if it's one part of your issue, if it opens the door or creates an avenue for you to become better as a person, then I'm so extremely happy. That's all that really matters. That's what counts. That's what counts. This ain't no competition. This is about you getting better. This is about you being better. And understanding that you need to do that for you before you do that for anybody else. Okay? It's not, the only person you need to be in a race with is you. Okay? And competitiveness and, oh my God, that's another video. That's another subject that I really would need to like to talk about. I mean, I hope that these aren't really slow. I'm just sitting here and I'm sitting in my intuitive space. I've written notes and notes and notes and notes and notes. But I like speaking off the top of my head. It's way better. The notes and stuff that I wrote can go in a book that I'll publish one day. That's how I look at it. Nothing's lost. Nothing's lost. So when I say these things that I'm saying, I know that it's meeting somebody in time. And I'm happy about that. That's it. It really, really simple. One of my, this lady that I call my aunt. She's not really my aunt. But somebody that I used to be with years ago. I still call her my aunt. My Aunt Jackie. Every time I say something or post something on a social media site, she'll say, Jen, you're so wise to be so young. You're so wise. Let me tell you what I think about wisdom. I think our concept around how wisdom is supposed to look, it's just part of it. I think wisdom comes for the youth. Wisdom comes for the youth, but we're taught that it's only for the old. Wisdom is the very thing that keeps your mind in a space to have that childlike sensibility that I talked about in another video, that keeps God close to you and helps you make smart decisions. Wisdom does not come just because you're old. It isn't old with gray hairs. It's the thing that gets you to be that old with gray hairs. But it comes way before you get old and gray. As you make a mistake, wisdom teaches you not to make that same mistake again. You decide whether you want to accept the wisdom or not. Wisdom is sitting right there. It's saying, don't do that shit again. Don't do it again. And you choose whether or not you want to be the smart person to make the healthier decision. Or if you say, well, maybe if I just pray to God for some grace, I can get away with it again. Keep testing grace. She gonna get that thick belt that your grandmom used to beat you with when you was little. Keep playing. But wisdom, I always smile when she says that to me. Because it reminds me of that place that I was in when I was little all the time. All I did was walk around talking to myself and God. That's it. That's all I did. And when I read that she says that about me, it reminds me of me being little, imagining myself, real life. Like, you know how you would be arm locked with your friend and y'all dancing around in circles. If I picture God as a kid, that was me and God. That's it. That's it. I don't care what nobody else talking about. I'm like that till this day. That's what I think about when she tells me that. And it makes me also think about that that way of thinking that we have to say that wisdom only means old. The 3 wise men, how did they look? Another deep topic, another day. I'm going to stop. But I hope that somebody got something out of this. I really do. If you did, please let me know in the bottom. If it's things that you want to talk about or that you'd like me to talk about, ask me. I'll talk about them. I got a lot of stuff to talk about. Oh, my loving God. I got a lot of stuff to talk about, and I will. But there might be some things that I didn't think of that you might want me to talk about, and I talk intuitively. I do not try hard to say things that people like. I don't give a shit. I'm not that one. Some things I'll just tell the truth about. And I don't try to blanket it because the truth sometimes can't afford that cushion. You don't need that pillow sometimes. You just need the truth. You need to hear it, and that need to be it. So when I say sometimes the truth, I don't mean sometimes being honest. I mean always telling the truth and sometimes it hurting. That's what I mean. So I'm going to see y'all in another video at another time. So right now, I'm probably going to try to go to bed. If I can't go to sleep, I'm going to make another video. Because I got a lot to do this week. And I don't know if I'll be able to do this again until next Tuesday. Which I was supposed to be doing this when I got back from New York on Saturday. And I didn't do it. You know why? Because I hit the bed. And when I come in this house, if I got stuff to do, the rule is, Jen, don't sit on that bed. Jen, don't. And the minute I sit on the bed, I've been that way. I don't care. Everybody know. I'll see you guys on another video, okay?